Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the world of Omega, a manufacturer with a history so rich, so layered with genuine achievement that it stands apart from almost every other watchmaker on the planet. Omega didn't just make watches. Omega timed the Olympics. Omega went to the moon. Omega descended to the deepest trench in the ocean. These are not marketing claims. They are facts written into the historical record. Today, we're exploring 5 of the most compelling and collectible Omega references ever produced, timepieces that capture the full breadth of what this extraordinary Swiss manufacturer has achieved across more than 175 years of watchmaking. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned collector, these are the watches that define the Omega legacy. Let's get started. Number 5. Omega Constellation 130-2328. The Omega Constellation 130.2328 is a reminder that elegance and precision are not mutually exclusive, and that Omega has been proving that point since 1952. The Constellation collection was born out of Omega's observatory chronometer program, representing the brand's most accurate, most decorated movements, and the 130.2328 carries that heritage with quiet confidence. At just 28mm, this is a watch that understands its audience completely. A refined, feminine timepiece that wears with the effortless grace of a piece of fine jewelry without ever sacrificing the horological substance beneath. The iconic claws on the case, a Constellation hallmark since the 1960s, frame the dial like architectural details, giving the watch a silhouette that is unmistakably its own. The silvery dial with applied hour markers and the distinctive star emblem at 12 o'clock speaks to a legacy of precision that the movement inside fully honors. Powered by Omega's Co Axial caliber, this Constellation offers escapement technology that reduces friction and extends service intervals far beyond conventional lever escapements. Genuine watchmaking innovation in an elegantly proportioned package. The Omega Constellation 130.2328 retails for approximately $4,200, $4,800 USD depending on configuration and bracelet choice. Number 4. Omega Speedmaster Dark Side of the Moon. The Omega Speedmaster Dark Side of the Moon is the boldest, most technically ambitious chapter in the Speedmaster story, and the Speedmaster story is already one of the greatest in watchmaking history. Where the original Moonwatch is defined by its stainless steel restraint and its bond with NASA's Apollo program, the Dark Side of the Moon tears up that blueprint entirely. The 44-25mm case is machined entirely from black ceramic, a material of extraordinary hardness and scratch resistance that gives the watch a presence on the wrist unlike anything else in Omega's lineup. The matte black dial, with its deep-set subdials and skeletonized bridges, creates a visual depth that rewards long, close inspection. The ceramic bezel with tachymeter scale is fused, not coated, meaning its color is absolute and permanent. Inside beats the Co Axial caliber 9300, a column wheel chronograph movement with a silicon balance spring and an impressive 60-hour power reserve, visible through the exhibition case back. Number 3. Omega Seamaster 300 CK2913. The Omega Seamaster 300 CK29943 is history you can wear on your wrist. This is the watch that Omega's professional divers actually wore in the field during the late 1950s and early 1960s. The reference that cemented the Seamaster's reputation as a genuine tool watch, built for genuine use, not merely inspired by it. The original CK2943 launched in 1957 alongside a golden era of purpose-built sport watches, and its design language is spare, purposeful, and utterly compelling to modern eyes. The broad arrow hands, the lollipop seconds hand, the applied indices, and the coin edge case profile are details that feel as contemporary today as they did when Omega first engineered them for underwater professional use. Modern reissues. Honoring the CK29113, stay faithful to the 38.6mm case dimensions and the hand-wound movement specification of the original, delivering an experience that connects the wearer directly to one of the most storied periods in dive watch history. Number 2. Omega Railmaster Co Axial. The Omega Railmaster Co Axial is one of the most underappreciated watches in Omega's entire catalog. And for the collector who knows the history, that makes it one of the most interesting. The original Railmaster was introduced in 1957 as part of Omega's legendary professional trilogy alongside the Seamaster 300 and the Speedmaster, designed specifically to resist magnetic fields strong enough to disrupt conventional watch movements. Railway engineers, electrical workers, and scientific researchers demanded a watch that wouldn't be thrown off by the powerful magnetic environments they worked in daily, and Omega answered with a movement engineered to remain accurate where others would fail. The modern Co Axial Railmaster honors that heritage with contemporary movement technology. The Co Axial escapement dramatically reduces the effects of friction and magnetism compared to a traditional Swiss lever, while maintaining the clean tool watch aesthetic that defines the original. The broad arrow hands and legible dial connect this watch directly to its 1957 ancestor, while the Co Axial caliber inside represents one of the most significant advances in mechanical watchmaking of the last half-century. Number 1. Omega Speedmaster Alaska Project. The Omega Speedmaster Alaska Project takes the top spot on today's list, and once you understand the story behind it, no other choice makes sense. In the early 1970s, NASA came to Omega with a problem. The standard moonwatch, already proven on the lunar surface, needed to go further. Astronauts aboard future missions would face temperature extremes far beyond anything the original Speedmaster was designed for, and NASA needed a solution. Omega's engineers responded with Project Alaska, a classified development program to create the most extreme environment Speedmaster ever conceived. The result was a watch wrapped in a removable red, anodized aluminum outer case, a thermal buffer designed to reflect solar radiation and protect the movement from temperature swings ranging from extreme cold to intense heat. The dial was reworked with a distinctive red and black color scheme for maximum legibility under the most demanding conditions. Inside, the movement was modified and shock-protected to withstand the violent forces of launch and re-entry. The Alaska Project watches were ultimately not selected for flight use. The Apollo program concluded before they could be deployed. But the engineering achievement they represent is extraordinary.